So I wanted to ask about your own experiences of, what you're doing, how you're building feedback loops, how you're validating things while taking advantage of these tools, all that kind of stuff.
So, the essence of what we're doing really in every time interval is working backwards from this validation question. How do we get a description of what we want in the business? And then working backwards from that, how can how can we take ourselves out of that loop to the greatest extent possible? Okay. So even the point, Tom, you just used an example of observing something that was generated, but it wasn't quite right. We don't want to see things that weren't quite right. Okay. We want to see things that every token has inspected it from every angle. And as far as there's wide multi-model consensus that it is right and it is working. That's the only time we want to let our retinas perceive any report or summary or anything. Okay. So that's the image that we have in mind of what we're trying to sort of get to. And we do that through interactive and non-interactive let's say agentic coding. And by interactive, what I mean is that's what a lot of us experience when we use something like Cloud Code, where we're essentially at a REPL and we're talking to it. That's actually useful for orchestrating, coordinating, launching research campaigns to build up sort of a tranche of your next intent. Once you have that intent, however, you're trying to pitch that over to a non-interactive. And this is where our attractor framework, which is our definition of a coding agent that doesn't have a REPL, that just sort of works and it will grind for hours or days on a security question. It will grind for hours or days on a UI question. So we're really trying to go interactive until we've created a tranche of intent that's really a delta to the specification, a delta to the validation harness, et cetera, and then throw it to the attractor, and the attractor does the rest of the work. So that's really the loop of what we're trying to do today. The other sort of meta loop on top of that is every time we do something by hand, every time we encounter a snag, we're really trying to five whys that. And five whys, why did I need to say that? Okay. And this is just a really, really easy test.
Mhm.
Whatever you're looking at on your screen, screenshot that sucker, take the log file output or whatever, put it into Gemini, Opus, and then GPT, whichever one we've got right now, 5.2, maybe 5.3 is coming today. Uh, 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 and then ask. And if they're all baffled, then you're at the frontier. But if the consensus of all three of those big brains says, like, oh, your problem's right here, then Tom should not have done it.